Hello, and welcome to section 8.3, day 1. We're going to graph functions in the form f of x or y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Now in this section, notice we'll have an ax squared term, a bx term, and a c term. So there's a core concept at the top that will kind of go through us these steps to graph these and find the information needed. The graph opens up if a is greater than 0 and opens down if a is less than 0, like we've already talked about. The y-intercept is c. We're going to write that as the point 0, comma c. The x-coordinate of the vertex is negative b over 2a, which is also going to be the axis of symmetry, or the AOS as we like to abbreviate it. This picture shows us these things. We'll worry more about the graphing of these functions tomorrow in day 2's video. All right, another note here, to find the y-coordinate, or f of x, of the vertex, plug the value you got for x equals negative b over 2a and solve for y. All right, or get the y value. All right, we'll check. And to get the y value of the vertex. Okay, your notes will be updated, but just so you can see that. All right, so as we go through this, we have y equals 2x squared minus 4x plus 5. I like to go through and say that my a is 2, my b is negative 4, and my c is 5. All right, to stick with how it's set up here, all right, first off, I'm going to find the axis of symmetry. To find the axis of symmetry, it's negative b over 2a. I'm now going to plug the values I have in here in. So I'll have negative, b is negative 4 over 2 times 2, which is our a. So we have negative 4 over 4. Negative 4 over 4 is negative 1. And the negative of negative 1 is x equals 1. That is our axis of symmetry. Okay, so once we have our axis of symmetry, we can also find our vertex. To find our vertex, we're just going to plug our x value in to get our y value. So we plug in 1, or our x value, wherever we see x. And then remember to do orders of operation. All right, that's going to tell us to do the exponents first and then multiply. So 1 squared is 1. We'll now do the multiplication. 2 times 1 is 2. Negative 4 times 1 is negative 4, plus 5. First come, first serve between addition and subtraction. So we'll do 2 minus 4, which is negative 2, plus 5. So our y equals 3. So our vertex is going to be 1, comma 3. Okay. Now, our y-coordinate, or our y-intercept, I should say, y-intercept is going to be 0, comma our c value, which is 5. All right. Now, how do we know if this opens up or down? We look at our a value. Is a positive? Then it opens up. All right. So that's our first example here. All right. Your notes will be fixed, but just so you can see it, we're going to find the y-coordinate, or sorry, the y-intercept, all right, and go from there. All right, let's look at example 2, or example B. Okay, we have example B here. We see that our A is negative 9, our B is negative 18, and our C is negative 1. So to find the axis of symmetry, we're going to use our negative B over 2A. Our B in this case is negative 18 over 2 times our a, which is negative 9. We do negative 18. 2 times negative 9 is negative 18. What's negative 18 divided by negative 18? That's 1. So our axis of symmetry here is x equals negative 1. Okay. So once we have the x-coordinate of our vertex, we now also need to find the y-coordinate. So we're going to plug in negative 1 wherever we see x and solve for our y. Remember order of operations here again? So -1 squared is 1, because -1 times -1 is 1. Now we're going to do our multiplication. -9 times 1 is -9. -18 times -1 is +18 minus 1. So we'll have 9 minus 1. So our y-coordinate of our vertex is 8. So our vertex here is -1, 8. All right, we now need to find the y-intercept. Well, the y-intercept is just our c value. So that's 0, -1. And now, is this open up or down? Well, we look at our a value. Our a value is negative, so that's going to tell us that this opens down. Okay? So there's just a couple examples of how we find the information we need. All right, this last one is going to be a u-try. All right, so as you go through and do this, I would just suggest starting off by saying your A is -6, your B is 24, and your C is -20. You're going to follow the same steps of finding the axis of symmetry. Once you get that, plug it in to get your y-coordinate of your vertex. All right, remember your y-intercept is -20, or your c value, sorry, I just gave you the answer to that one, and you can tell if it opens up or down. Okay, if you have any questions with this stuff, please let us know. All right, once you finish doing the u-try, please take a picture, upload your notes. If you have any questions, let us know, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.